What up, guys? Welcome to Base Damage. This week we are finishing up, by we, I mean me and Kyle, aka Joe Schmo. What's up, dude?
Not much. Just got internet back, you know. Praise be the sun.
I've actually seen that meme thrown around quite a bit here recently with Grand Order, but that's whatever.
I ran into him yesterday.
Yeah. But we are finishing up the Bang Dream set this week after the massive rush of going through all the We Are Poppin' Party cards and the red cards. It was like 60-something red cards, and it was like an aggravation. So this is about 2 weeks later after we recorded that. A couple things have actually gone on. A couple things being AOT2 and the Excel World Infinite Burst packs are confirmed for English. At least AOT is. I want to say Infinite Burst is confirmed for English at this point. At least I hope it is. But
I mean, I don't know. I know Timmy has hopes for it.
Well, I mean, the first set was basically bleh.
Trash.
Very. There are a couple cards from it that are used in, like the meta, quote unquote, stuff. But I mean, that's whatevs. Other things, just trying to go through stuff real quickly. Joe has his Joe Schmo Gaming channel back up and running because it took forever to get some videos. So link for that will be in the description. Please check that out. The parody video that I had planned has finally been completed, quote unquote. I'm actually waiting on a message back from a couple people. Basically asking, I made the video, but I wanted to still, it has not been uploaded yet. I wanted to ask basically the people whose clips and content that I did take stuff from to say, hey, as long as I give the proper credit, do you care if I use these clips? So even though the video is made, I'm not really going to upload it until I get a confirmation back from them and they'd be like, it's cool, fam, type thing.
It's better safe than sorry.
Exactly, because I don't want them messaging me going, "Hey, why are you using our stuff?" The people that are in question are very cool, so it's no problem. It's just that wait. TCG player, I've updated some of the stuff up there. Basically, right now us being only like level 1, we can only post 10 things, but that includes copies of stuff. So I had to shorten down a lot of the copies of stuff to put up other cards. And I know some people have messaged me and been like, hey, I'm kind of interested in this, but we've already put like prices as low as I can for a lot of stuff, with still being able to basically make something off of it. The AMV, I had to, okay, one thing also, the attempt to finish up the parody video, I have a much greater respect for people who do profuse amounts of editing, because it was it took me the better part of a day to finish this video, and it's only like 6 minutes long.
Yep.
In the same regard, working on the AMV video has taken me a course of a couple days, but I am no way, shape, or form an expert in AMVs. I've made very few. Please check the
Which
only
means
one
you should...
Huh?
Oh, go ahead.
I was
going to say we should check out...
We keep trying this. What the hell?
You go.
Me first, then you. There's one other AMV that's currently posted on the channel. It is pertaining to the series Ruby by Monty Ohm. Check it out, please. You were saying, Joe.
Exactly that.
Okay, there we go. I don't know of any other updates other than P5 still does not have a release date at the recording of this on July 29th.
Don't remind me.
P5 does not have anything currently, but the second we find out, you'll find out. Sorry. Okay. So, without further ado, going ahead and getting into this with Joe, I know, being very excited for this because of it having Tae. How do I pronounce this?
Tae.
Who he quoted as best girl. Plus, he's making the thumbnails now for the videos. So, he's already sent me the thumbnail for this podcast, and it is in there of just, it has the little caption in there of Tae best girl, and it was just great. So
I just want to tell you now, I'm claiming to read all the Tae cards.
Okay, as my powers of moderator, I will allow this. So that means basically I get Arisa and everyone else or whatever the hell. There's about 40 or so cards for this, not including there's only like 2 promos, and then climaxes. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 climaxes, so it's still the better part of about 37 cards. So we're just gonna go over this, and we'll just start going through this. I know I haven't stated this for the other ones, but we are still looking at these on heartofthecards.com. I don't really like the idea of using the English Weiss site for this, even though the cards are up there for it. I don't really. We kind of have a system for this already. Also, I don't want Bushiroad being like, or actually, I don't even know if the main English Weiss site is by Bushiroad or whatever. I just don't want people having issues with it. But we're not getting paid. We're not getting money. We're just kind of doing advertising. I like using Heart of the Cards as well. It's also pretty good.
Free advertising.
Also, in regards to erratas, I know there was a thing mentioned in one of the previous, I think the first podcast. Because the second, by the time we recorded this, the second part of this has not come out yet. There have been 2 erratas, but it's been like minor erratas for 2 of the BanG Dream cards. It was like one of the level 3 Kasumis or something like the other, and there wasn't something else. But it was just like a stating of, just like a little word change here. Actually, it really didn't even change the effect, I don't think, but I could be completely wrong on that, and I apologize if I am. But getting into this, okay, so the first one is going to be a Tae. So Tae, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Arisa on the way home. I'm going to go ahead and pull up 6, so there's another Tae. So then it's 87. Okay, so as per my moderator powers, go for it, bro.
I'm just sitting here shaking my head. All right. Best girl, Tae, looking at the stage. She is a level 1 double rare with a 0 cost. Her first skill and auto ability, when this is placed on stage from hand, it gains 1500 power for the turn. And then she has a climax combo. It's a cost of 1. When the battle opponent of this becomes reversed, if True Feelings is in your climax zone, you may pay the cost. If so, search your library up to 1 music character and up to the first time I heard the guitar. Reveal them and put them to your hand and shuffle your library.
All right. 2 things first. We're going to go ahead. First is we're going to check out True Feelings real quick just to see what this is. True Feelings is right here. It is a double crit. It is a... Okay, this is one of the new ones. Whereas before we had the draw 2k and a soul climax, this is choose 2 characters. They both get 2k and a soul. More spread out so than draw 2k and a soul, even though the draw is nice that you replaced yourself on it, but also people ended up not using those as much. Outside of your Shimakaze combos. But for this Tae, it's when the battle opponent becomes reversed, you still have to pay 1. So you got 2 conditions on. I mean, obviously you're going to have a stock when the battle opponent becomes reversed for this. So you're not going to be able to really maintain stock off of it, even though it has like the same first ability as Inherited Sword Skill Asuna. But so you grab a music character, and the first time I heard the guitar is a event, which we'll get to that later. It's way later in the list. But so just to note, this is a level 1 that grabs a specific event for a reason, and if it's the event that I think it is, Joe will be very happy. So continuing right along with Arisa. So we get into Arisa's level 3. Arisa Ichigaya. And Wall of Text. So level 3, yeah, look at this. Level 3, 2 cost, 2 soul, 75. So this might get some... This may be a back row. Okay. Firstly, all your other music characters get 1,700 power, or 1,500 power. What am I saying 1,700 for? Yeah, that's
I was going to say, Billy.
Yeah. See, I picked up your syndrome. It's because of the 75. But All your other music characters get 1500 power. So global 15, interesting. This is probably more than likely going to be back row. Rest one of your standing characters for the cost of when it's placed from your hand to the stage. You may pay that cost. So you could tap itself. Just saying. If so, your opponent chooses one climax in his or her waiting room, returns all cards in his or her waiting room except the chosen climax to the library, and shuffles that library. Does this remind you of a specific little wren from from one of the Love Life sets?
Yes, it does.
So, also a climax combo with Doki Doki Star. At the beginning of your encore step, you may pay the cost. If so, choose up to 2 of your music characters, the cost being 1 stock, and sending a Doki Doki Star in your climax zone into the waiting room. Your characters gain the following ability until the end of your opponent's next turn. When this is front attacked, look at the top card of your library and put it either on the top of the library or in the waiting room. So, the fact that that gives that to all of your characters is actually fairly nice. We'll check Doki Doki Star, which actually has a rare or triple rare version, so that's kind of cool. It's a 1k1 pants trigger, so also that face. Sorry, just the resolution's a little bit weird on my side of the screen. It's not bad resolution by any means of the imagination, but it's just a little weird the way that it comes out. Also because she's white. I'm just kidding.
Damn.
That was bad. I'm white. I can't. It's whatever. So that's pretty cool. Obviously, if your opponent, if they try to like suicide a lot of your stuff, since they'll be bigger as well, that can help in a pinch. Yeah, so interesting, but not the. It doesn't wow me. Like, it's still pretty cool. Don't get me wrong. It's still pretty cool. It just doesn't like really grasp me by the heartstrings. We got another level 3. As per, I'll continue this one. Arisa in swimsuits. Level 3, 2 cost. 9k, 2 soul. For each of your other music characters, this gains 500 power. So can become an 11 by your own ability. Heal on play. And during battles involving this, when damage taken by you isn't cancelled. This is funny. You may pay the cost, which is 2 stock, and discard a card. If you do, deal the same amount of damage to your opponent. It is freaking darkness. It's the darkness level 3 from Konosuba. One of the effects from Konosuba, the level 3 darkness, has that effect. I don't think.
Hey, buddy.
I don't know if it's the same cost, but either way, that's just funny to me. They gave that type of ability to darkness because she's masochistic, but that's whatevs.
Mm-hmm.
But you were saying?
I was just going to say, hey, buddy, you cancel that there, right? Cool. Pay 2. Go ahead and do it again.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, on top of a burn heal? Ooh.
Yeah. Exactly. It's specifically battles involving her, so...
Hey, man, you never know. Run 3 up, bam, call them on the field.
True, the fact that she does have the heal on play is more than enough reason to run multiple copies of her. The fact that a full field grants her the base stats of a Musashi is also pretty damn nice. So, But yeah, continuing right along, we got Tai Hanazono. Go for it, bro. Actually, I don't think...
yeah. What? Go ahead.
Oh, no, okay. I actually pulled a couple packs since we started going over this, and I ended up getting the level 3 Remy. I had to double check there. I do have that level 1 Tai that we mentioned as far as the first card. But go for it, bro.
All right. Tai, best girl. This is her level 3 version. It's a double rare. At the cost of 2 at 9,500 power. Her first thing is an experience thing. If the sum of the levels in your some of the cards in your level zone is 5 or more, it gains 2,500 power continuously, so she'll be at 12,000.
Yeah.
Then her next skill is a climax combo. When inspired alongside everyone else is placed in your climax zone, if this is in your front row, you may put the top card of your clock into the waiting room. Then it also has another auto ability. During your opponent's turn, when damage taken by you is not canceled, if this is in the front row, look at the top card of your library. You may either put it on the top or keep it on the top or put it in the waiting room.
Okay.
Papapia. All right.
Mamma mia, Figaro. Okay, so first off, inspired alongside everyone else is the climax. We can check it out as it loads. Is also a 1K1 pants trigger, so fairly interesting. Which this actually reminds me of. There was a level 3 Ren in the blue Idolmaster trial deck that had that effect as well. As far as like when the climax gets played, you can heal. So if you have 3 of these out, that's heal 3 for like no other cost other than just bam. If it's in your front row, I just think that's kind of funny. The fact that it's also a pants trigger is also fairly funny, and the fact that they have effects for when damage taken by you is not canceled. So being able to potentially dig further to the potential cancels, that's whatevs. The experience thing is going to be a little interesting as far as getting 5 or higher. Should not be difficult by level 3, sure, but yeah, still, just I do like the whole climax combo of the heal on that, so that's pretty cool.
Yes.
So then, Arisa on the way home, level 0. After all those like level 3s and just bam. Excuse me. So Arisa on the way home, level 0, 1500 power. 1 soul. At the start of your climax phase, you may put the top card of your library in the waiting room. If it's a climax card, all your characters get plus 500 power until the end of your opponent's next turn. Completely optional and just a weird little extra bit of milling.
Power. The
milling plus the power, I look at more of it as the milling thing because, I mean, sure, that 500 power may come into play somehow, but just interesting. It's also a brainstormer. Pay 1, tap 2 characters, mill 4 for every climax. Search your library for a music character, add it to your hand. Done.
This card was made for milling.
I mean, essentially. So it's just every turn, a million. So, I listen to so much random music. I'm sorry. Okay. Then Tae in the moment in the morning.
Oh, that face is so cute. Anyway, Tae, moment in the morning. Level 0, 2500 power. When this, her first and only skill. God damn that fucking English text. When this card is placed from hand to stage, put the top 2 cards of your library into the waiting room. This card gains X power for the turn. X equals 1,000 times the number of characters with either Kasumi, Tae, Rimi, Saya, or Arisa in its name.
So, the way that you're more than likely going to set up the Poppin' Party decks, this is... Unless you just mill like 2 climaxes, which is crazy enough as it is.
Happens.
I mean, it does. I remember playing that like 4,000 beat stick Maki where you got to mill 2, and if there's only 1 climax, if there's at least 1 climax, she taps for the turn. I've done that in mill 2 climaxes before, so yeah, it'll happen. So she can get up to 45. Quit fapping. He's like, I can't help it. But like, if this at minimum sends 1, she's a 3,500 beat stick for the turn. That's still pretty cool, because more than likely your only characters in the deck are going to be these 5 anyway, so... She counts herself for that. I thought that was actually pretty cool, is there is other Tae cards. So, okay. So that is out. Okay, so then these next 3 tabs are the climaxes. What did I say? 87? Yeah.
Next card is the...
Spring Party.
Yeah, Spring Party.
Bonsai Girl. What's a Clive?
What's a Clyde? Oh, you'll see. Clyde's a very cute man.
That's Clyde, not Clive.
Oh, I thought you said Clyde. My bad. Ignore me, everyone.
Okay, so Spring Party, Tae Hanazono. Go for it, bruh.
Anyway, so like I was saying, she's a level 1, 2,000 power, and has 1 soul, but she has 0 cost. Her first skill is a continuous effective. There is the marker underneath. This gains 4,500 power. So, when this card is placed on stage from hand, you may choose the first time I heard the guitar from your waiting room and put it underneath as a marker. Face down, of course. And when this card attacks, if this is in the front row slot, choose one of your other characters, and that character gains 1,000 power.
So as long as you can get the marker, she comes out as a 65. So that's pretty cool. Being able to throw a buff to someone else, like early on at level 1, is fairly interesting as well. Just especially if you do have the other level 1 Tae, that's like the whole reversed, pay 1, etc. Get more copies of the first time I heard the guitar and everything. So fairly interesting. The free 65s with no real demerits other than this isn't originally a 2K. Or this isn't originally a 65, it starts as a 2K type thing. Still pretty cool, I like this. Arisa, Bonsai Girl. It's a bonsai tree! Shoutouts to, oh man, I can't remember his name. It was a comedian. I can't remember the comedian's name. I'm horrible now. So, climax combo, when the battle opponent of this becomes reversed, is if Arisa selling Tonegawa is in your climax zone, search your library for up to one annoying being. Okay. Reveal it.
I feel like it's Kasumi.
Possibly. Shuffle your library and put it up to one card from the top of your library into your stock. Not only does this let you search for something very specific, you also get an additional stock off of this. It is a blind stock, so you don't know what the hell it is, but that's still pretty cool. So, Arisa selling Tonegawa is going to be... too far. Arisa... Okay, found it. Totally wasn't difficult at all. Okay, it's another one of the choose two of your characters, they get 2k in Assault. So, still really cool. So it's just matters whatever the heck annoying being is. Well, it might be another event.
It's an event.
It is? Okay. The way that this is going around as far as like effects that let you grab the events, I really hope that these events end up paying off in the long run. Clive Tae. Go for it, bro.
It's a very simple card. It's a level 1, 0 cost, 4,500 rare. For each music character gains 500 power. And I think Clive is one of their songs. Don't crucify me if I'm wrong, people, but people are wrong sometimes.
So, true. It's essentially their Taige clone for this, which is still gonna be really good. The fact that the better end of this being full field 65 as opposed to the other thing having to grab an event, so it's still really cool. Arisa trying hard not to laugh. Looks like she's chloroforming herself. I don't know. Level 2, 1 cost, 2,500 power, also a rare, 1 soul. If there's a marker underneath this, all your other characters gain X power. X is a level assist, 500 times the level of that character. So how it gets the marker is actually based off that previous Arisa. When this is placed from hand to stage, you may choose an annoying being in your waiting room. Put it face down under this as a marker. When this is placed from hand to stage, you may pay the cost of 1. If so, look up to 2 cards from the top of your library. Grab 1, put into hand, throw the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Your opponent doesn't get to see either card at that point. That's actually really nice. Like, just, one of these is a climax, bottom of the deck. That's actually pretty cool.
Let me help you out here, buddy.
Yeah, right. Climax canceling. So, pretty cool there. I am getting fairly interested in seeing what these events do. The level assist isn't bad. I've seen worse, so yeah. So the next is Star and Party Arisa Ichigaya. This is one of the ones that climax combos with the Let's Pop and Party, or We Are Poppin' Party. The massive combo that Kasumi goes, I can attempt to burn you for 5 and then heal 5 at the same time. So level 2, 1 cost, 5k. Is also a level assist in front. So much of the level assist with Arisa. So 500 times the level of that character in front. Climax combo, and We Are Poppin' Party is placed in your climax zone. If you are level 3 or higher, choose one of your other characters, stand it, and that character gains 1,500 power for the turn. One of the other cool things about this is the We Are Poppin' Party is the newest climax effect trigger thing, where when you play it or when it gets triggered, you get to summon a character from the waiting room. It summons as rest, so regardless of if you're able to pull off the massive combo or not, this lets you grab, if you play the climax, you get to play a level 3 it comes in rested. But because of Arisa, it immediately stands that level 3. So I just played a level 3 for free, and it stands. Sure, it may not get a lot of its effects if it's like an on-play heal or if it's whatever, but it gets a buff, and I didn't pay a damn thing to summon it other than a freaking event.
I can't wait to build this. I can't wait to build.
We are actually going to be working on a whole Star and Party Exodia combo-esque deck, which it could do so much. It's going to be interesting. It doesn't, like, only the Kasumi requires a copy of every single other girl for her combo. Each of the other girls can combo off of it without having to have the other ones on the field. So it's interesting the setups that you can do for that, in my opinion. Just like this with the whole, stand something after you just summoned it for free. Or, if you had to tap something for a brainstorm or whatever. So that's pretty cool. So, continuing along with the Star and Party, Tae Hanazono, her level 3 for this, which is actually really good. And I know what she does, but go for it, bro.
Well, as you know, as you see on Billy's screen there, excuse me, we have another level 3, cost of 2 with 10,000 power.
Yep.
Her first skill is when this card is placed from hand to stage, draw up to 2 cards, discard 2 cards from your hand and put them in a waiting room. And then put 1 card from the top of your library into your stock. Then her second auto skill is when this card is placed from stage from hand, this card gains 1,500 power for the turn. And then her climax combo. At the start of your attack phase, if We Are Poppin' Party is in your climax zone, and this is in the front, put up to 2 cards from the top of your library into your stock, and this gains 3,000 power for the turn.
So, basically, off of playing her, she pays for half of her cost. The massive combo with Kasumi required you ended up paying 4 stock or something like that. So, the hand filtering, the getting back, essentially from her own effects, you get back, or these effects in the combo, you get back up to 3 stock. So as long as you're going into your climax phase with 1 stock still, well, technically 2, her effect will pay for the rest of it for the Exodia-esque combo. And then she get big, bruh. 15 by her own. She becomes a 14-5 off of that climax combo. That's actually really nice as far as the 3K and then her 15 by herself, that's actually pretty cool. So she get big. He's like, hell
she get real big.
So, and then that was it for that, because that was the other climax. So, Star and Party Tae. So then Tae Midday Break, Spring Party Shifune, Arisa, Tae. I'm just going to go ahead to 100 right here. I don't care. We'll just pass all of this. So, try to get all of this. Alright, so Tae Midday Break. Go for it, bro.
Hi. Alright, so she is level 0, of course with the 0 cost, with the power of 500. So her continuous skill is she assists all characters in front by 500. And then she has a second skill, which I personally like. The cost is putting this into the waiting room. When your other character is placed from stage to the waiting room, if this is in the back row, you may pay the cost, which is putting this in the waiting room. If so, put that character rested in the slot it was in.
Which is put this into waiting room. No, I'm just kidding. You said it the exact same way twice. I just thought that was funny. So, she encores, which is fairly fun. Which, here's a fun little trick that I found out you can do with this because of how encoring works. When another character would go, you pitch her, bring back that character. You can pay 3 to bring her back as rested. Then when a second character were to die, pitch that one, or pitch this Tae again, bring back that character. So for the cost of 1 normal encore, if you need to pay out some stock, you can save back 2 characters. It's pretty cool. So, I actually found that out messing with a Silica deck. Was actually very interesting because Pina is crazy. Just because of the way that timing works on that. So it's pretty cool. Spring Party Arisa Ichigaya, level 0, 1,000 power, 500 assist in front, and a Akagi-esque effect. Pay 2 and rest her. Search your library for your music character. Add it to your hand. Always good to have that pay out a little bit extra, and the guarantee search, the way that's set up, is actually pretty cool. But that's it for that one. So then, old lady Shifune Suzuki, owner of Space. I didn't know you could own space.
Yes, you didn't know that? Good.
Apparently so. I mean, I know there's the whole religions that are like, it's whatever. Out Noah 0. So level 1, 0 cost, 2,500 power. When this is placed from hand to the stage, you may choose one of the following actions. I was about to say choose one of your characters, and I realized I'm reading it wrong. And perform the following action. Yeah, but it's because this kind of threw me off. This is just a weird effect. You can either put the top 2 cards of your stock into the waiting room and choose a level 1 or lower character in your waiting room, put it on any slot of the stage. Or you may put the top card of your stock in the waiting room and choose a level 0 or lower character and put it on any slot of the stage. So depending if you want to pay 1 stock or 2 stock, you can grab back a level 1 or a level 0 character. Interesting, but the fact this only limits you to like level 0 and level 1 characters is kind of, Like one of the better ones you can get back is Brainstormers, because it doesn't bring it back Arrested, which is pretty cool. Get back Brainstormers, get back... There was a Saya that's part of like the massive Exodia combo for the Starring Party. Stuff like that. Pretty cool. Just a little awkward on... You get the choice of stuff, so it's still pretty cool, but it's whatevs.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Arisa, lots of shining. It just makes me think of Mari.
Shiny?
Yeah, exactly. And that's the face for it, too. Is like... that's also like, I'm going to rape you face. I don't know. Okay, so level 1, 0 cost 5k.
Okay.
When it's placed from hand to stage, she gets 500 power for each of your music characters for the turn. I'm sorry, I was thinking it said other, but so she counts herself for this. Full field, she could become a 75 for the turn. That's actually pretty cool. Well, it's on play, so has to be like the last card you play or whatever. Or if you oversummon, it's whatever. It's pretty cool. Just going through all of these Arisa, so this Kyle's like, I want the ties. Okay, fine. Arisa, first alive, level 1, 0 cost. We have 6,500 power, so expect a demerit. If you have 2 or fewer music characters, you cannot play this from hand. And when this becomes reversed in battle, put this on the bottom of the library. Okay. Like, the 2 or fewer music characters isn't actually that difficult to pull off. The whole has to go on the bottom if it becomes reversed is a little excessive, but... You might not care in the long run, especially if you do have the other Arisa that lets you put other stuff on the bottom of the deck anyway. So that's still pretty cool, especially for a 65 beat stick. It might not even become reversed that soon, so pretty cool. Next one, here you go, bro. We got
finally
Tae, part-time job at Space.
So there's a fun thing with this backup here. Oh, fun fact, it's a backup. It's a level 2 pay cost of 1 backup. So first skill is cost of 1. When you use this backup of the card, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose a Tae part-time job at Space in your waiting room and put it back to your hand. And of course, it's 2,500 backup with the cost of 1, and you discard. So you literally pay. It literally bounces from your waiting room back to your hand. GG.
Oh, Shizen, that's funny.
Oh, I think I can actually last all 3 attacks. Wow, it's like I used the same one 3 times.
That's actually really cool. I don't think I've ever seen that on a backup ever to get back copies of itself, let alone itself. Because part of the cost of it is sending it to the waiting room. So it's already in the waiting room by the time you're resolving the 2,000 initial backup. Or the 2,500 initial backup. Then you can pay for the first one and grab it back. That's cool. That is so cool to me. Okay. Also, because you'd be able to go ahead and grab that back before you'd refresh too. Just saying. Mm-hmm. As long as you got the stock, you have a continuous backup in your hand as far as being able to 25. Just GG, bro. I like this. I really do. So, And why spend 3 stock to encore something when you can pay 2 stock to continuously keep everything alive? As long as the 25 makes it so it happens. So, really cool. Then Clive Arisa. So here's another backup. Level 2, 1 cost, 2,500. It's a 2,500 backup for the cost of 1. When you use the backup, you can pay 2 stock. If so, return all cards in your waiting room to your library and shuffle your library. This is reminiscent of Silent Worker Akatsuki, I think, is from Log Horizon. And I shuffled your waiting room back into your library, and
yep, it's Silent Worker. It took me a minute.
Yeah, basically prevents you from having to take refresh damage at the cost of a little bit extra stock. But if you know you got stock anyway, because you pay 1 to initially play it, and then you pay another 2 for that, means you're paying 3 stock. But that also means if in the last turn you know for a fact that you triggered some climaxes, get them back in there. Might as well go ahead and shuffle them back into the deck for the refresh. So I like that. I do like that in that regard. So you don't really see that effect enough for backups. Tsundere Arisa. What's up?
Oh, no, I was just agreeing.
Okay. So I'm just full of gas tonight. I don't know what the hell's up with me. Probably just full of hot air. I'm fairly certain some people would agree with that. Level 2, 1 cost, 3,500 power. All your characters in front of this get X power. So more level assist from Arisa. 500 times the level of that character. When this is placed from hand to your stage, you may pay the cost, which is discarding a climax card. Search your library for up to 1 music character, reveal it, put it into your hand. That's actually pretty decent. As far as you only had to pitch a climax for it. I've seen level 0s that do close to the same effect, but you still have to pay a stock anyway. I've also seen ones that do that where you pitch a climax to salvage on play. So that's actually still pretty good because you don't mind climaxes being thrown into the waiting room if you're about to refresh. It's always good. Also, hand fixing for a search of any music character. So
yes.
So that is Tsundere, which was number 100. So Tae, preparation complete. See, we have a problem though. Well, this has Tae in the name, so I will let you take care of the one after that, which is Tae, Arisa, and Kasumi.
Well, we just have to read over each other as we're trying to read the cards. Okay.
I am not going to try that at all. Not with you. It'd be like freaking Speech Zapper on crack. So.
All right, so we're going to talk about best girl who's preparing to be complete. All right, she's a level 2, cost of 1. She is a level assister, so it's 500 times whatever level it is. And then when this is placed on stage from hand, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a level 2 or higher, throw it into your stock. Climax counts as 0, so, otherwise, if it's not a level 2 or higher, you flip it back over.
I mean, okay. That's one thing I've noticed a lot for this, even outside of blue, even red has just a whole bunch of assist back row. And, I mean, a lot of the big power seems to be more of the stuff you're going to throw down at level 3. So, it's whatever, but, I mean, to each their own. So, not bad. So, Tae, Arisa, and Kasumi popping Summer. Go for it, bro.
We have a suicide bomber here. So basically, it's a level 2, cost of 1, 6,500. When this becomes reversed, if the level of your battle opponent is higher than rip. All right, if the level of the battle opponent of this is higher than the level of the opponent, you may put that character to the bottom of the library.
Sorry.
The hell was that?
That was the suicide bomber.
Oh.
Insert Ahmed the Dead Terrorist here.
Akbar? What's the city, Akbar?
Anyway, so yeah, it is their quote-unquote anti-change, but it's not in the form of a backup. It's, I'm going to throw this down, get off my stage.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, pretty cool. And puts it on the bottom of the library, I do think is very nice for that. The only thing is, well, I mean, we did just talk about the other tie that basically brings back your characters. So, shit, I guess that works out. Tie Cram School, go for it, bro.
Yeah, she had to stay, unfortunately. But she is a level 0, cost of 0, at 500 power. Continuous effect. Your other Tae First Live is in the front row slot, gains 1500 power, enough following ability, which is also continuous. During battles involving this, your opponents cannot play backups from hand. And then she has an auto ability. At the start of your climax phase, choose one of your characters and they gain 1000 power.
What the hell? What kind of voice was that going into there?
No idea. We're just going with the ball. All right.
Okay, so that's a thing. Did we go over Tae First Live just yet? Oh, not yet. That's actually a little bit further down. That's 111. We're on
104.
So,
well, yeah.
104.
Yeah.
You're right. So, female high school student.
Bae, look at that face. She's so concerned. Anyway,
yeah, she's concerned that what's about to eat her.
Yeah, exactly. Level 0, cost of 0. 2000 power.
I actually she really like this ability. I've actually seen this ability already as well, and I actually really, really like this. Okay, maybe lose track. All right, for one and only skill, auto ability. When this card is placed from hand to stage, your opponent has one or fewer characters in the front row. Choose a 0 cost or lower character in your opponent's front row and throw it to the bottom of the library. Yep. And her text is, "Can I borrow some speakers, bruh?" All right. Hey, bruh, can I borrow? help a sister out.
Help a sister.
Yeah. This affects on one of the Abyssal cards that me and Taylor have been working on as far as just like messing with Abyssals in general. And this is on one of the level 0s, so early on you can get rid of a whole bunch of stuff, which is really nice. It's also on bottom of the library just like that Abyssal. So pretty cool. Arisa, happy Halloween, because cat ears make everything better. I'm fairly certain Timmy would agree with this.
Yep, and some other people would too as well.
What the? Okay. Level 0, 2500 power. Discard a bonsai character, which I know we haven't really been going over the traits, but I want to say that's every single Arisa. Like, example being this one does have a bonsai. When it's placed from hand to stage, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose one annoying being in your waiting room, return it to your hand. Then choose another of your characters, and that character gets 1000 power for the turn. So it's your other. I feel that this would be good enough if you could throw it to like your own as well. It's whatever. But okay, more stuff to get back to that thing. See, this is the fear face right here. Tae heart thumping feeling. This is the fear face of it's gonna eat me.
It's like someone turned her down. Look at that flavor text. Friends. Anyway, so
she got friend zoned.
Anyway, 0 cost, level 0, 2500 power. She has one and only skill. It's an auto ability. You pay the cost of 1 stock, and you discard a card from hand and put it to the waiting room. When this is placed on stage from hand, you may pay the cost. If you do, search your library up to 1 music character, reveal it, put it to your hand, and shuffle thy library.
That's pretty cool. The hand fixing is always good there. Just having to pay the extra stock for that, it's whatevs. Also, because you're not limited to discarding, say, like a bonsai character like the other one, you can discard any card, pitch climaxes, or pitch that annoying being that you set up for more plays apparently. Or just discarding the events in general, because the way that they have like for the other counters and whatnot, or for the markers, being able to be used for that kind of stuff, that would help set up for that. So that's pretty cool. This 106. So 7, 8, 9.
We can skip Tae First Live. Is a vanilla.
Okay, but what's the stats of the vanilla? Because there was the one card.
5500.
All right, hold on one second, because okay, I had to remember where I was at. 7, 8, 9. Okay, so 10. So 5500 for the Tae First Live. So 13. Okay, annoying being. I'm going to go ahead and slap both of these down here. Annoying being in the first time I heard the guitar are the last 2 cards for this tab section. So Arisa, Charming Omelet. It's a vanilla. It's a 3K. How is an omelet charming?
Don't ask.
It literally has 0 flavor text as well. It's just ... What the
Let me
hell?
see this. Let me see this. Where is it?
Arisa, what happened yesterday? See, that's also like a look of fear. Of just... Maybe? I don't know if it's like fear or crying. It's whatever. If you have no other, if you have no other characters with Kasumi in name, this does not stand during your stand phase. It's a level 0, it's a 4K, it's oversized. When it becomes reversed in battle, put this on the bottom of your library. Okay. Not bad. What are the bottom of the library stuff with Arisa as well? Young Tae. Okay, this is adorbs.
It's just a free 1500 backup.
Level 1, but hey, it works. So, pretty cool. Arisa, high school student, level 1, 0 cost. If you have another Kasumi self-introduction, which, throwback, that is the, if I'm not mistaken, the Brainstormer from the trial deck?
Yes, it is.
Awesome. So if you got that Brainstormer from the trial deck, this gains the ability that when the battle opponent of this becomes reversed, you may put the top card of your library in your stock. This is the level 1, 5K, so that might happen pretty decently. Just, I do like that throwback to the, hey, remember that trial deck plus? Remember how this was like the new shit? Get it still if you want to run
Get
extra
it,
cards.
got it, good.
Yeah. Then we have Listless Arisa. Okay, that's just a funny face. Level 2, 1 cost, backup of 25. Yep, 2500 backup. When you use the backup of this, you may deal yourself a damage from the top of the deck. If you do, choose a character in battle, one of your characters in battle, and that character gets plus 2000 power for the turn. So normally a 25, but if you want to deal yourself 1 damage, a 4500 backup. Is it worth it? You decide.
Yeah, I was going to say, depends on the situation.
True. Arisa freaking out. It's so huge. Level 2, 2 cost, 6500. When you play this from your hand, you may choose one of your Arisa Charming Omelet, that vanilla we were talking about earlier. Put it in the waiting room. If so, you may play this with 0 cost. So, yay. Actually, a vanilla working and putting in some work for... Okay, that's pretty cool.
It's like Persona.
What?
It's like the Chie and the Yusuke and the Yukiko. Hey, look, you got this in your hand. Discard it. You play it for 3.
Or something else other people might know, the Attack in Waves Kirito, for pitching the new Brainstormer Kirito, you can play for 0 cost as well. So, for each of your other music characters, it gets 1000 power. So full field, this is the literal, like, at least stats of a level 3, because it'll be a 10-5 with 2 soul. So, I mean, shoot, that might actually kill most, like, early play level 3s as well. So that's actually pretty cool. Being able to play for the 0 cost is always a nice... The fact that it requires a vanilla, though, like, as opposed to, like I said, with Kirito, it's a Brainstormer you can just put in the back row and just, use the effects, or you get some kind of use out of it. You don't get any use out of the vanilla. I mean, more than likely, by level 2, you're going to end up playing the vanilla and then pitching it to summon this for no cost, so you still end up minusing yourself 1 more card from hand. While in the long run it's still pretty good, it's still just really awkward at the time that it couldn't be another card that you get something off of. And the fact that it had to be vanilla is kind of just it doesn't make it that spicy tech anymore. So
Spicy McDonald.
okay, we finally get to this. I'll let you go over the Tae event. Annoying
I got you, fam.
being. Level 1, 0 cost. It's an event. If you have 2 or fewer music characters, you can't play this from your hand. You choose up to 1 music character in your waiting room, put it into your stock. So you get a free stock of your choice for playing this. Choose one of your characters, and that character gets the following ability for the turn. When this attacks, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a music character, put it in your hand. Okay, that's actually not that bad. The fact of... more than likely that's going to go off. That's actually pretty cool. Get a free stock, be able to play something, and then still make a character, potentially get back some hand advantage, considering that would end up also replacing this card itself as well. You're going to have the other cards that let you get this back over and over, and just the being able to play this once or twice, build up the stock necessary, and then have characters that when you swing with them would then let you get back some hand advantage off of that, even if it is just drawing and you just got to deal with whatever you draw, as long as it's a music character. That's still pretty cool. So, not a bad event. The fact of it has so much interaction with other cards is always a plus. Instead of just the, like a one card. You got several cards that interact with this, so I'm liking that. So, alright, so, go for it, bro.
Alright, just like my girl, this event's a little bit weird. It is called, let me scroll back up a second. The first time I heard the guitar is the level 2 cost of 1. If you have 2 or fewer music characters, unfortunately you can't play this. But when you can, choose up the one Tae, Hanazo, from your hand and throw it onto the stage in any slot.
And just a little bit of a throwback here. That Tae Hanazono, if I remember correctly, is the level 3. This is also one of the level 3s that works with the healing climax combo. So it basically is an event that just says pay a stock, summon your level 3. It's specifically from hand, but that's still not that bad.
And it shouldn't be hard to get.
Yeah, for only 1 stock is also still pretty freaking good. So, and then once again, like the other one, you have the umpteen cards and that work off of getting this, using it. One of the freaking advantage engines with that with the level 1 double rare, you get this as well, like early on, and just go ahead and set up your stuff. So it's pretty cool. We went over each of the other climax already, except for Poppin' Party First Live, which this is also one of the cards used in the Exodia deck, quote unquote, which is a 1k1 pants trigger. So you get like 3 1k1 pants triggers in this. For anyone who doesn't know, the pants quote unquote trigger, some people call it gate. Actually, that actually says gate right there. When it triggers, you get to add back another climax from your waiting room to your hand. This is actually part of the combo with the We Are Poppin' Party, the new climax symbol that we were talking about earlier that lets you summon stuff. There's a specific Brainstormer Saya that is reminiscent of Triad Primus, where when you brainstorm, you have to mill either the We Are Poppin' Party or this specific climax to get the brainstorm effect. So that's why you run it in there. It's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. But there's no other there's no climax combos for this. It's just this card alone. But there's not actually any climax combos for it that I know of. Off the top of my head, it's whatevs. Last 2 cards, obviously, we're going over the promos real quick. Puchi Arisa and Puche Tai. The Puchi Arisa is a level 0 4K. When this is placed from your hand to your stage, if there are 3 or more climax cards in your opponent's waiting room, rest this. That's actually not that bad, to be able to just throw that down as like the first card of your first turn, unless your opponent pitched for their mulligan 3 climaxes. Even if they pitch 2, you still can play this for no demerit afterwards. That's not bad to me. That's actually not that bad to me. Unless your opponent has like shit-tastic luck, you end up just clocking this. So, that's whatevs. So, I feel like you can talk from some experience there, right?
What?
Puchi Tai. Go for it.
The chibi. Alright, so it is a level 1, 0 cost, 5,000 power. One and only skill, it's an old ability. When this is placed from hand to stage, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a music character, this gains plus 1,500 power until the end of your opponent's turn.
I do like that, how it's until the end of the opponent's next turn for that is actually pretty freaking cool. And either way, she's still 5k, even if it ends up not being. But regardless, I don't mind that. That's actually pretty cool. So that is it for blue. There is a lot of assist in back row in this color, let alone this set in general. I think there ended up being like several cards that were just like 500 assist in back, from like each of the girls has like a 500 assist in back or something of that nature. Your thoughts, brother Kyle?
Well, I personally, the card that stood out in this set, besides the shenanigans, the level 3s, is that backup, because that backup can actually affect things. and make huge differences
As
when you
long
need
as
it
you
to.
got the stock for it, absolutely. Especially
And as
like,
far as
go ahead. Oh yeah, okay. As far as also in for even finisher effects, for level 3 finisher effects that require reverse stuff, whether it's clock shoot, whether it's on reverse burn. We're looking at you, Megamine. Stuff like that. I agree. Like, being able to reuse that climax over and over and over, as long as you got the stock to do it, is freaking amazing. I personally also think that the climax with the standby, or startup, or whatever it's supposed to end up being called in English, where you can just bring back characters for free for simply playing and or triggering this climax, is going to be interesting, and I kind of want to see where it goes. I mean, sure, there's cards that climax combo with it at level 3, but at the same time, what if people just start like putting it in for the fuck of it? Like, just for the whole, if I trigger this, get something, whatevs.
Well, and I was going to say, sorry, someone walked in while you were talking. What I was going to say is there's a lot of there's a lot of things where you can get stock out of it. So I mean, paying the cost and having a cost shouldn't be a problem with all these blue cards. Plus, you can start tagging off from some of the stuff from the trial deck too.
Dude, I need to get copies of that tie backup to put into the green deck.
Yes, you do.
As much as that green the green glitter green deck produces stock like a mug, being able to reuse that over and over because it's the character event or the character backup, I don't have to worry about the color for it. That would be great. That's actually an interesting concept. I might actually have to try that. Like, even if it's a one tech, you only need that one tech. So that's just funny to me, the fact that could be done. This deck already does various things that lets you blind stock, that lets you just get stock in for various effects for various reasons. Hell, just the level 3 tie alone would let you get enough stock off of summoning, attacking, or climax comboing, and then attacking to pay for that twice alone, So, pretty cool. I'm interested to see where that's going to go. As long as you get it in hand once, it's going to stay in your hand. So, we'll see how that goes. I think this should be a fairly interesting set. As long as if there's another season of the anime, we'll probably end up getting another booster set for it as well, because Bushiroad,
Which I kind of hope so.
I kind of do too. Like, it wasn't. I have watched a couple episodes of the beginning of it. I just haven't watched the ending episodes of it, and it's not a bad anime. It could be better, but it's just giving me the K-On! Vibes, and I enjoyed K-On! More. It did have the little cutesy bits to it, but even the music I also enjoyed more from K-On! The K-On's from like 2008, 2009, or whatever. Whatevs. I'm old. I say old, and I'm like 27.
Old.
Yeah. I prefer some of the older stuff, sure, but it's still not. It's not bad. I could go for more of the season as well, for more of the series as well. And that just means I need to finish watching this season of this before this podcast comes out. So try to anyway. Other closing thoughts. That's it for Bang Dream for this. The next big one that we should go over. What would be the?
Well, we could go over AOT 2.
Well, that's when it comes. That's in like September as well.
Question mark.
I mean, we're getting it at like the same time. Obviously, that's going to be something we're going to go over because I'm wanting to go over the Titan cards and whatnot. As far as prior to that, actually, because Infinite Burst has been confirmed for it, we will probably start going over some of the Infinite Burst cards.
True.
So, for Excel World. Specifically for that, I will try to see what cards can be used from the first set, but we're probably mostly going to gloss over the first set completely, minus, like I said, minus like a handful of cards. Because, Kuriyuki Hime best girl, but that's whatever. We'll end up probably trying to mess with Infinite Burst and try to see, like, what all is good, because apparently the Infinite Burst set has a pretty decent representation as far as like decks and whatnot,
Mm-hmm.
if I'm not mistaken. The last time that I was trying to do like talk about some meta decks and say, hey, what's some stuff I should look out for. Excel World Infinite Burst was one of the ones that was brought up. I'm sorry if my voice sounds a little cracky. I did not bring anything to drink. But
you got to be prepared, man. You got to be prepared.
Scar would be so unhappy with me. I'm so sorry. But for the most part, that's basically it for this. Having to go over another 40 cards plus other stuff. Various links in the description for some other channels. Y'all check it out. Be much appreciated. Any other last closing thoughts?
Ty's best girl. Check out Joe Schmo's gaming channel. He's doing rant videos, and I think the first one went pretty well. So you should probably go check that out.
Sure, I might link that one as well. But good idea. But yeah, for now we will sign off. Peace out, y'all.
Bye.